Hey everyone, this is Bella, the founder of the Embody Wellness Institute, and I am back. I apologize to those of you that have been missing my videos. I've been going through a major transition, just relocated to the United States. I am now in Miami, Florida. Went through some health issues, so I apologize for not being there for you, but I have a major announcement, which many of you know. I will be creating the first pleasurable wellness center in the heart of Miami to talk about and bring expertise on pleasure and how it relates to health, well-being, and our sexuality, and really proving with scientific precision that pleasure can and does change the way that we not only perceive health and well-being, but influences physical outcomes in our physical, mental, and emotional health. So today I want to talk about what it really means to be healthy from exactly that perspective. How our physical health is determined by so many different factors outside of what we, normally and traditionally consider important. Yes, healthy eating is really important. Yes, exercise is very important. Yes, doctors and the Western medicine has very important answers for our health. But the aspect that we have forgotten about, the enjoying yourself, living life to the fullest, adventure, and that vitality that is something that comes from the inside out, is kind of like the filling of the sandwich. It's one of my three pillars that fuel your body. And without it, health just doesn't flow. You can be eating all the right foods, exercising, getting all the right, checkups, but if you don't have that switch on, the vitality switch on, you will not be healthy. And that's exactly what happened to me for the last 3 or 4 months. Because of going through emotional issues, I was wiped out. And I'll tell you quite a personal story that happened to me to highlight exactly how intangible some of this, the switch on and off, can be. So I'm in Miami, I don't know that many people, and I'm struggling with being unhealthy and going through this, insurance shift. So I'm not sure if I should go to the doctor or not. I end up going to the urgent care unit, and I get there. I'm not sure what's happening with me, right? So in the process of, the thing that doesn't matter what happened on the physical level, but what happened, and I'm very keen on listening to the subliminal messages and following the science, right? So the nurse that sees me, and this is only in Miami, right, turns out to be a dance teacher. And instead of talking about, like the vitals and things like that, she starts showing her video dancing in a dance studio. And then when I come out of the urgent care unit, I take a lift back home. And sure enough, the driver ends up being a professional dancer as well. So he shows me his video of dancing. And it was this clear message of, do you want to be on your deathbed, suffering and struggling and unwell? Or do you want to be out there dancing and enjoying your life as everyone is doing in Miami? Now, you might think that, what does that have to do with anything? But that perception was enough to make that switch for me. In that moment, when I was in that lift and that good-looking dancer was talking to me, and I was like looking like crazy hair and, completely sick, I made that decision internally. Like, I don't want that sickness for myself anymore. And that was enough, together with other things like, conversation that I had with a friend. But those intangible things sometimes are way more important than what medicine the doctor gave me, or, which virus I was struggling with. Don't get me wrong, those things are really important too, but we are forgetting that other ingredient, the ingredient that's not visible to us. And as soon as that shift in me happened, I just felt my juices flowing. I felt the energy coming back to me. I felt that movement, because before my body was just dead. It had zero movement. It was almost like I could barely hear myself breathing. Everything was aching. And from one night to another, everything shifted. So during this year, I want to invite you to pay attention to the messages that life introduces to you. Pay attention to that very subjective feeling of what it is that you're sensing in your body. Pay attention to the thoughts and the messages that you are feeding yourself with, because your thoughts determine your reality 100%. If we believe in the placebo effect, from the perspective of, the positive effects that it could have, it could also have very negative effects. So if we're constantly feeding ourselves the thought of, there's a lot of danger out there, my body is unable to heal itself, I am weak and vulnerable, that's exactly what we end up getting. So it's extremely important for us to regain that control in our body, believe and have faith that no matter what's happening in there, your body is very miraculous and it can deal with just about anything. So that difference between faith and, empowerment related to health is extremely important. So this year, the Embody Wellness Institute is going to be working with that intangible element of pleasure and of how you perceive yourself capable of transforming your health and well-being. We're going to be talking about some very juicy details and specifics on that, inviting lots of exciting and interesting experts, professionals, and bringing knowledge to you to really incorporate this pleasurable component into whatever it is that you're doing. So stay tuned and welcome to the Embody Wellness Pleasurable Center, first of its kind.